Golly, 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 y'all. I swear, when I look through some of my notes, I'm just amazed. I really am. I'm amazed. How far I've come. How far I've come. Straight up. Give myself a slow clap on that one. You know, you can't carry the victim mentality. You just can't. We live in a world where everybody just wants to play the victim. It's just a waste of time. It really is a hard truth. A lot of people I don't know. It's a unique world we live in. You know, you gotta hold people accountable, even when they don't want to hold themselves accountable. You gotta hold them accountable. You do. Somebody's gotta do it. Right? I mean, and so, you know, it's one of those things. I pick up on things, I recognize things, patterns, synchronicities, inner knowing, my discernment, my intuition, my connection with the divine, God, just different things that they show me, in reference to different things that I know, in reference to what it's going to take for the world to move in a better direction. You know, you have to understand that we live in a world where there's just very little control, you know, and as well as you have to recognize that things happen around us, things happen to us, things are presented as XYZ, but deep down inside, you know the truth. Whatever's presented to you, you always know the truth based off your gut feeling, your intuition, and your discernment. And once you connect with yourself, there's no wavering on that. Like, you know what you know, you feel what you feel, you think what you think, and you say what you say, and you own what you own. And if your faith and your beliefs don't align with other people, well, okay, cool. So what? So what? You're a little different. All right. I know that. I know that about myself. Thank you. I know that about myself. You know, I'm not your average, whatever you want to classify me as, quite frankly. If there are people in the world that want to label me, then that is things that they're going to have to carry on their side. I don't walk with labels. I don't entertain labels. I don't wear labels. I don't project labels. And, you know, I don't put my intentions into it. Whatever I put my intentions in and my attention in, my energy it's expensive, you know, and I know that about myself. So I pick and choose my battles and what I will entertain. You know, when you make choices and decisions you make to go towards people, that is something that they have to wear on their end. You can't wear other people's projections and their perceptions. People are going to carry perceptions of you. No matter if you do everything that they want you to do, they're still going to carry perceptions of you. You can't make anybody happy. And you surely can't make people happy that just don't want to be happy. Like, you can't do it. I'm a walking testament of that. I had to learn the hard way. I went out of my way to try to make people happy, and it just was never going to make them happy. I had to learn that. You know, the only person I can make happy is myself. And myself and God. And the divine and the Most High and Source, and to be the best version of myself and who they called me to be, and walk as close to them as I possibly can. I mean, we are under a spiritual attack, not just me, but everybody. Clearly, that's without saying. And you know, I saw this post, and I wanted to touch on this. You know, it is very sad and tragic what happened to Charlie outside of this world, but there are so many people that have been killed in such horrific events that didn't get, or, you know, their legacy is just kind of been pushed under the rug. You know, like the Ukraine girl that Charlie was talking about on his last video, that they did not put that in the media, you know, and the egregious act in reference to that. You know, and so you just have to be very, very mindful in understanding that why God is using this in so many different angles, because what happened to Charlie was absolutely egregious, right? Nothing is justifiable in that act. Nothing. But there are people that have been shot and stabbed to death, and it doesn't get talked about. All based off hate and projection and judgment. Judgment. We live in a judgmental world. And a lot of them are in the faith community, and unfortunately, it just sucks. It sucks that people in the faith community feel like they get the green light to judge others. My aunt being one of them. Like, you got done lost your mind? You don't talk to anybody like that. Especially if you walk into church. You don't talk to no one like that. No one. No one gets the mic to talk down to anyone. Period. No one has that title. No one. Now, even the judges in the judicial system, they struggle with it too. I mean, they're not even upholding the law in the righteous way. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a joke. It's a it's a comedy at this point. And you just have to recognize what surrounds you, but do not play into it. Don't play into it. Don't allow it to take you in a negative headspace. It is what it is. We live in a world filled with greed. We live in a world filled with power. We live in a world filled with lies, manipulation, chaos, coercion, bribery, blackmail. That goes without saying. We all live in a world that is filled with it. Clearly. Okay? We all do. Right? So seeing as we live in a world filled with all these things, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Well, what you can do about it is change your portion that you play into those acts. You know what you do for a living. You know what you think. You know what you feel. Like, you have to figure out the duality inside of you. That's how you start walking in your truth and who God called you to be. Stand against it. Stand against it. Go against the grind. Go against the narrative. Go against whatever it is you're walking through. You know what's good and evil. You know what's right and wrong. We all do. We all carry consciousness. We know what's up. This is a war. We are soldiers. Death can come anytime, any place. This is stuff that I wrote down months ago. I'm going to read through it. Your true freedom, authenticity, and divine purpose is worth fighting for and dying for. Just like Charlie did. Just like, the young lady in Ukraine. When you get taken out of this world in such an egregious act, your purpose, you're fulfilling it. You are. In different ways you are. That's why you have to walk with no fear. Like my brother said a little bit ago, it's like Charlie knew that this could be possibly something that came to be. He knew what he had stacked against him. But because he was a son of God, he walked in no fear. He knew when it was his time to go, it would be his time to go. And he went out courageously. In purpose. But I just feel like we need to shed light on everybody, too, And Charlie would want that, too. That's what he stood on. Let go of the if you can't beat them, join them mentality to why would I want to join them when I can beat them and rise above them? We have to let go of that. If you can't beat them, join them. No. Set the bar high. Set your bar higher. Hold the line. Stand on your morals, your values, your integrity, your dignity, your faith, and true faith. Intuitive program. Matrix. Yeah, golly. The world's a stage, no doubt. Social conditioning, social justice, finding the Christ-like conscience in you. Challenge the challenger. Challenge is opportunity. Tower moments my entire life. God has put me through so many tower moments that I wear it for breakfast now. I wear it on the chin. It's like, what other tower moments you got for me, God? I got it. Let's do this. Divine has tested me my entire life. In different ways, he's tested you too. He, she, whatever. He tests us all. We all just don't see the test. Why? Why don't we see the test? Come closer. Because we're playing the victim mentality. That's why you don't see the test. There's a nugget for you. Don't see the test because you're playing the victim mentality. You don't see the divine and God because you're playing the victim mentality and you're playing his role. By judging. By implementing consequences on other people. In the back. In the silence. In the dark. Right? And all of you involved know. It's just one of those things. If that's the life they want to carry on this earth, well then, I'm okay with that. I feel bad for them. So many people take advantage of the beautiful life they have here on the earth, and they're not living in peace because of the seeds that they sow, the things that they do.